Hey y'all, these are my new glasses. Let's see where I can do this. It's summer. I haven't done a video in an extremely long time because I'm busy and I haven't really been blogging. Sorry about that. Although it seems that everyone has gotten over it. I don't even know what to say about that except for that life changes, and I just think it was a lot easier to blog when my kids were smaller, because even though I don't even know why, but there's definitely something to that. I mean, I'm busy. I gotta go to events and classes and things, and you know, I just don't have as much downtime or time to myself. So there's that. Updates. It's been like over 100 degrees for so many days of the summer that it's unbelievable, as it has been for many of you, I know. Which is unfortunate because we have 10 new trees and we have to try to keep them alive in this like horrible drought. Tornado related stuff. Our house is not complete. Matt has been painting all the existing trim and like soffits and window trim and door trim. It's going to take him a really long time. And we got the new siding from the insurance, you know, but it's unpainted because that's the only way we could afford to get siding on the other two sides of the house that weren't affected, because obviously we need it all to match. So we got this unpainted trim that he has to paint. So it's going to be probably a slower. At first we thought like, oh, this is like going so lickety split, but then it got to be so hot, and he can't paint when it's that hot because the paint dries too quickly while you're painting. So who knows when that'll be done. Other stuff. We're still waiting on a few things, like the driveway repair and some landscaping stuff, which at this point might have to wait till next year, again, because of the weather conditions. It's just like, what's the point? We're not going to be able to grow grass or anything anyway. Other major news, you know, that we decided to enroll the girls at this private Lutheran school. So, kid went to Vacation Bible School there and has been doing they have like a summer reading program, and you go in and you take tests and doing that, and so that she can get used to going to that school, and it's been doing great on all that. And baby's just super excited. We got our school supply list last week, and we immediately went out and got all the school supplies, and they're all packed in the backpacks ready to go. What else? Because this school starts in August, which I didn't even think was legal in Michigan. I had never gone to a school that started before Labor Day, and I know public schools can't start before Labor Day, so it's pretty unusual that private schools do, but this one does. So we'll see how that goes down. I'm a little, truthfully, as any other parent knows, when you have your youngest one going off to kindergarten, I mean, it's a big deal, and I'm actually very pleased that it's half day, because I actually think that's most appropriate developmentally. But also, I'll still get to have another year of some time with her, and more importantly, some one-on-one time, which she hasn't really gotten very much of because we've been homeschooling kid for the last 2 years. So it'll be a nice bonding opportunity. My eyebrows are not this big, people. The glasses make them seem even bigger. So just take that in. The girls have been pointing that out to me. What can I do? Also the video, because the camera points directly at my eyebrows. So keep that in mind. They're big, I'm not lying. But, see, they're not as bad. Alright, just saying. They're not quite, you know, that big. Okay. Weight loss, paleo, all that jazz. I was doing paleo for the month before the tornado hit. Then the tornado hit, and like, frankly, I was barely surviving. This has been the most traumatic, stressful thing that has happened to me. Not just the actual tornado, which of course was, but I have, like, no joke, PTSD. And so there's a lot of stuff that having to deal with anything related to the tornado, like any of these house repairs or like tree stuff or whatever, it makes me so stressed out. Nothing has ever affected me this way, that I like pretty much can't function, and I have to take to my bed. So I mean, I'm not exaggerating. It's really been horrible. I'll really be happy with this. And it's crazy because last week a tree lost a huge limb that this has been 4 months, but it was damaged in the tornado, and when they came to trim it, they didn't trim this one huge, major, whatever, secondary trunk or whatever, that had a crack in it, and it's slowly been getting bigger, and I've been nervous, and then it fell last week, and I'm telling you, it's like the tornado hit again. I mean, I just was like, what's crazy is, I think I've mentioned this in the blog before, but like, I don't nap or anything. Even when I was pregnant, I don't nap. I fell asleep for 3 hours. I mean, like, my body just was like, can't handle it. Too much stress. So it was like, I'm working on it, people. I'm in therapy. I'm working on it. But, some things, it just takes time. So there's that. So I'll be happy when we're finally done. So, like, for me, all these things that are left, like finishing the house, it actually matters. I kind of need to get everything taken care of so that I can move forward. Because all these little things have like this unreasonable amount of stress connected to them because it all stirs up stuff. So there's that. Oh, well, so anyway, yeah, the paleo hit the fan when that happened, obviously. I'll say paleo, number one, it was costing us 3 times as much in groceries, and that's just not something we can factually do. Mr. F lost weight immediately and has kept it off even though going back to regular eating. I, of course, barely lost weight, even though I was strictly following it, and then gained it all back as soon as I stopped doing it. So I don't know what to say about that. I definitely thought it kicked in on the stomach fat, and if you could maintain it, you would definitely see, extreme results, but I just can't afford it. Also, I found it constipating. So, and that's, I was still having tons of fiber, people, and I was eating, bucket loads of vegetables, but I kind of think I needed some grain or something to help bulk things up. I'm not sure. Just putting that out there. I was eating a lot of nuts, so there's that. I've also realized this regarding the metabolism. I am older, and it sucks. Definitely have a huge metabolism slowdown. Do I believe that can't be sped up? No, I think it can. I just think, it's going to take a tremendous amount of work, and I cannot eat more than 1,200 calories, and I've pretty much to this point been unwilling to do that because I thought, F you. And I've been working out. Mr. F finally got me a new Blu-ray player because, we got rid of our TV service, which has been the greatest thing. I'm really happy with that. And we have Netflix, but in order to work out on the treadmill, I need something down there, so we finally got a Blu-ray player so I can watch Netflix. So I've been working out, and that's all fine. But I am just not able to drop weight if I'm not going to reduce my calories to 1,200. It's clear. And I find it really hard just to feel motivated to stick to that level, even though I realize at some point I have to, or I'm just going to look like this, which is perfectly fine if I could let it be fine, but I just can't let it be fine. I'm not okay with it. So the goal is when the girls start school, I will have 3 hours every day to myself, which will allow me to work out every day in the morning before I pick baby up. And I've kind of been lacking that consistent time that will work, and I do much better once it becomes a routine. So I think that'll be helpful. And once I can work out 5 days a week, for me, a lot of times those two things have to kind of go together. I'm either totally doing well or I'm not doing well. So I think once I can get that and I'm feeling good and having more energy, it might be easier to stick to a lower calorie, hopefully. Also debating doing Slim Fast, just because sometimes I do well with restrictions. I do. You give me the most restricted thing and I can do it. Sometimes you just need to jumpstart that, because that calorie limit is so low for me. To have it be something I don't have to think about, I think could help me, and then after a couple of weeks you're used to it, and then you can just calorie count. Because I did try Slim Fast for one day, and then I was like, F this, I could just count 1,200 calories, and so the next day, what did I do? I didn't do Slim Fast, and I allegedly counted 1,200 calories, and by the end of the day I was over it, and I just ate like normal. So there's that. But I have faith that this is the year where I'm going to finally have time for myself and be able to, move forward with this and get back to where I was, and then, you know, be more realistic about committing to how much true commitment it takes to stick to that level. I kind of took it for granted, and I was nursing and all sorts of other things that allowed me to like have a little more leniency with what I was doing, and I don't have those things to help me anymore. Plus, I'm older and it's not a joke. You know, my body's falling apart. Okay, those are my updates. That's a lot. Checkity check.